real slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Alright, in this video I'm going to be taking off the engine cover here, getting her ready for paint, and I'm going to paint it like a metallic blue to kind of match the hardware and stuff I have. Eventually the red coupler and the multicolored ones, they'll all be black, and I'll just have like little parts of blue around, like this red and blue fitting here. I'm gonna get rid of. That was just something I had lying around. Alright, let's get the this cover off. Alright, so then for the cover you're gonna have 2 bolts back here, and then 1 on each side here, and then this should come right out, and this should just pop up and slide out. Alright, so what I'm going to be using for paint is I got a bunch of this old airbrush paint, a little trusty air compressor and airbrush. I think I'm going to do primer, then like a base coat of black maybe, and then go over it with some like blue pearl. I don't know, I'm just gonna make it up as I go along and see how it turns out. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to clean all the grease and oil residues or whatever that's on this before you start sanding. Make it a little easier. I always use my trusty Super Clean. This stuff is awesome for degreasing and cleaning parts and lots of other things actually. So let's get to cleaning this. Alright, let's get this thing clean. And I always use like a little soft bristled brush to kind of help scrub in some of the areas. Just let that soak for a couple minutes, and do a little bit of scrubbing and then rinse it off. Get in all these like creases and stuff. The little screw holes here. So try to and just rinse it off. It's got like a little bottle here with water and a hole poked in the top. Yeah, that Super Clean works great. Alright, you don't have to spend too much time with the cleaning. Now, let's get to sanding. Alright, now for sanding, I'm just going to use this 400 grit. You can do it wet or dry, it doesn't matter. I'm just pretty much scuffing everything up so the primer has something to stick to. Just a little bit of like corrosion from over the years. Should smooth out pretty good. Now for the little sticker here, I'm just gonna take that off. Use some like Goo Gone or something to get the adhesive off. And then after it's painted, I don't know, I might redo these letters or I might just leave it how it is. Haven't decided yet. Alright, so you're just gonna wanna scuff it just enough to make it smooth. You don't have to go crazy and make it show quality. You can always wet sand and buff the paint after if you want. Alright, got it all sanded, scuffed, pretty smooth. Got that sticker off there. Now I'm going to hit it with the primer. And I always take my cans and put them on like a little heater or a little torch and just kind of warm them up a little bit, especially if it's cold. Alright, so I always start with a super light coat to start with, just to kind of get it to stick. Wait a few minutes and then put your first coat on, and then go by your recommended instructions on your paint for how long to wait in between coats. Remember, if it's colder out, it's going to take longer. If you put another coat on too soon, that's when you start getting the little fish eyes. It's the gases underneath still trying to release, and then they pop into little fish eyes. You don't want them. I usually get the edges first. And kind of the harder to reach areas, you want to get those first. That way you don't get runs trying to get paint in there later. Alright, let that dry a couple minutes and then come back and do your coats. Alright, got the primer on. Turned out really good, nice and smooth. I'm gonna let that dry and then decide the paint to go on top. Alright, got some of this old Metal Flake blue paint that I have no idea how old it is. Just trying to get the tip unclogged, but yeah, that should do. Alright, the primer came out really smooth. Let's get some paint down here. Alright, got the metallic blue down. Just need to put the clear coat on. It's cold here, so I'm going to let this dry for at least a day before I put any clear on it. I really like that color. So this is the can that I used. Plastic coat. I don't even know if that company's in business anymore. It's the Metal Flake Lacquer Formulation Special Effect Finish. Yeah, but that's the code for it. Actually looks pretty cool. I had problems with it clogging because this can is probably 10 years old, but I didn't want to have to go and spend any money. Alright, got the flashlight on so you can kind of see the pearls. Try to get real close. It's kind of hard to get it on camera. And once I get the clear coat on, you'll be able to tell a little bit better. See the pearls. But for being old paint, turned out pretty good. Alright, next step is clear coat. Alright, it's the next day. Gonna get ready to clear coat the timing cover. Just got it sitting on this little space heater right now, warming that and the paint up a little bit. But this isn't a sponsor. If they want to sponsor me, hit me up. But no, Spray Max makes these cans. It's 2-part clear. You just take the red thing off here, put it on the bottom, and then press down, and it'll open up a little bladder in here with the hardener. And then you shake it up, and there you got some professional quality clear. It's great if you don't want to mix up a whole cup of clear coat, you know, just to do small parts. These things are great for that. Alright, so when you're ready to spray your clear, you're going to want to take this red thing off the top. flip the can over and there's like this little nipple. Stick that nipple in here. Kind of put it on there like that, and then you're going to want to press down on it until it makes a popping sound. There we go. Alright, just do that a couple times, pull it off. Now the little bladder with the hardener in there is going to mix with the rest of the clear coat. Shake it up good for however long it tells you on the can, and start spraying. And after you get it shaken up, before you start spraying, always make sure you use some sort of protection for your lungs, because this 2K clear stuff is really bad for your lungs. Stay safe. Alright, now once you got your piece all ready, you're going to want to take, if you have it, like some tack cloth, and just kind of lightly wipe it and get all like dust and stuff like that off of it. Alright, now that we got it all wiped down, got all the dust off it as much as we could, just start spraying. I'm not going to film this because I don't want clear coat to get on my lens, so pretty much do the same as you did with the primer. Thin coat to start with, like a nice mist coat, and then a couple regular coats after that. Safety first, kids! Alright, it's the first heavier coat of clear. Looking pretty good so far. I also got these two fans that I have attached to each other. One has a filter on it, so I don't get overspray on other cars and stuff. But always be well ventilated and wear a mask when you're spraying the stuff. Alright, got the second coat on. Turned out really good. I'm gonna put one more thick coat on, then she should be good. Then after it cures, after a couple days, I can wet sand and buff it, make it look even better. Not bad for like some 10-year-old spray paint. Alright, 3 coats. Pretty shiny. Pretty happy with it for being really old spray paint. Yeah, not bad. So I might wet sand and buff it later on, but as it sits, looks pretty damn good.